Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, So Grateful Joe. And today I'm going to share a little story about this last Wednesday on my 25th birthday. As I was saying, so last Wednesday was my 25th birthday, and I'm just beyond grateful to, first of all, have made it to 25. You know, that's the theme, So Grateful Joe. I gotta be grateful for getting there. Come on, just for the fact that I made it here. Not everybody makes it to 25. But I wanted to share a story of what happened that day. Something that was completely euphoric and just something that I'm beyond grateful for as well. And it was just amazing that I hope all of you can one day experience. I hope all of you watch, yeah, you, me, yeah, you. All of you can one day experience and have that for yourself. Wednesday, we went over to one of my favorite restaurants, Miyako. For anyone who lives in the Houston area, it's the Miyako in Washington. If you've ever been there, it's a pretty big location. I invited roughly, I think it was anywhere from 25 to 30 people. You know, some people flake. You have to account for the flake factor. There's always some people that aren't going to be able to show up. There's nothing against them. I mean, life happens. But anyways, it was a much better turnout than I actually expected. I anticipated like a 30% flake factor, but like 25 people ended up showing up. So I was excited about that. I was like, hell, this is cool. I was actually at one point really worried that we weren't going to be able to seat everyone. But we just started pulling tables, and at one point the general manager even looked over and he was just, you could tell he was pissed. No matter, we had to get the tables and we got everything set up. Luckily, everyone sat down. Everyone was having a great time. I'm going through, and one of the hardest things about trying to have a celebration like that is just gathering people, because like I said, you have to account for the flake ratio. It's like herding cats. Have you ever tried to herd cats? Sheep are easy, but cats, try to herd cats. That's what getting a big group of people is like. I mean, this took like several weeks of coordinating, and then still people didn't show up and whatnot. But anyway, so everyone is there, and then just the sheer logistics of the situation is kind of hard, because you got like 30 people sitting around a long table. I'm at one end, which my smart self probably should have sat in the middle, but I didn't. I wanted to act like a king and sit up over on one end instead of being reasonable and sitting in the middle. But often we act on emotion rather than reason. So that was one of the times that I did that. So the logistics of it, I'm walking around trying to get to everybody, making sure that I'm keeping everybody entertained. Especially, we all have those friends that are a little bit more introverted, that aren't as open to initiating conversations with new people, especially people that they've never met. And this was different because I have different groups of friends that I hang out with. Kind of has to do with my principle of diversifying happiness. But I have different groups of people, and for the first time in my life, I believe this is the first time, I actually brought them all together in one place. I was a little nervous about it because I was like, what if they all like each other and then my diversification is gone? I was like, I'm gonna take a chance. Let's see how it works. All my friends, as I was saying, I had to attend to the ones that were a little bit more introverted, try to make sure that they're having a good time and initiated and meeting new people as well. Some people need a little more nudge than others. And then of course my extroverted friends, you know who you are. You're probably watching right now thinking, that's me, that's me. Those are the ones that are making sure I try to coordinate them and put them at different areas of the table, so they'd be the ones, you know, mixing and mingling with the introverted ones, and everybody can be having a good time. For the most part, it actually went really well. Everybody had a good time. Everybody was enjoying themselves. The logistics of it was okay because I just kept standing up and going behind each person, talking and making sure everybody was mixing. But the main thing that I want you all to get from this is this experience that I had when I went around to each different person, stood behind each and every person, and I started recalling these beautiful memories that we had with each other. Some of them were memories of when we first met, and some of them were just fun times that we had a couple years ago in spring break. You know who you are. Meeting in basketball and having that friendship ever since then. You know who you are. Working out together, getting through a tough workout. You also know who you are. But I was just going around recalling all these experiences in my own head, and then just watching the other people's eyes light up as well was beyond amazing. Like, I was just in my zone, going around talking to the different people and just recalling all these beautiful memories we had together. And it was just, best way I can explain it is just simply euphoric. It's just this intense pleasure that came to me, and I'm sure the other person had the same thing. It's a different kind of happiness. This is what I believe is called social happiness. Memories that you build with these people and these relationships that you have, just to recall. You go back there, you go back to that time, and it almost feels even more exciting when you're just recalling it, because now you're looking at it, 20/20 vision in hindsight, and you can see all the things that you did, whether they were smart or dumb is not really the debate here, but it's just an amazing experience. And I want to make sure that each and every one of you try to create this in your own life. Try to get a group of friends, which a friend mentioned this quote while we were there. He said, friends are family that we choose. I feel like I heard that before, but it's just like light bulb just boom went off when I heard that. I was like, man, that makes so much sense. And I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm so glad to have met such amazing people and to be able to share this experience with them. It was truly one of the best nights of my life. So luckily I was able to welcome 25 in a beautiful manner, and it was a great night. So make sure you try to create those experiences with those people. Try to gather a good group of friends together and try it. Go through, recall all these beautiful memories that you have with them and share them aloud and just watch their faces light up. And your face will be lit up too. I know I was so giddy because I was extremely happy. It was an amazing moment for me. I really enjoyed it. And it goes back to this book that I once read called Social, Why Our Brains Are Wired to Connect. That was the name of the book. We really are social creatures. As much as you'd like to say, nah, man, I roll one deep. I don't need nobody. That's BS. We all need people by some form or fashion. Now, whether you put emphasis on what they say about you and whether you care what they think or not is not really the debate. But we do all need people. Think about this. In prison, you're in prison with murderers, killers, dangerous people. And you know what the worst thing they can do to you is? They put you in solitary confinement. They put you in a room by yourself. That's the worst thing they can do to you in prison. That should show you the human psyche is not meant to be alone. You need to have these social circles. You need to have these relationships. It'll make you that much happier. I promise you it will. So I challenge all of you watching this to try to recreate that experience for yourself. Get a group of friends together and do that. Share those memories, those beautiful experiences with you, and see if you don't feel amazing at the end of it. This is your boy, So Grateful Joe. Once again, thank you for watching, you beautiful, smiling, shining people. And peace. Some general knowledge. Specialization is great, but general knowledge helps to be able to dabble in a lot of different things and be able to get your foot in the door.